Okay, better. Okay, I think we're good now. Let me check and make sure I'm not somehow streaming to Facebook, even though it should be literally impossible.
That would suck.
Okay, yeah, everything's set up now.
Good thing I paid attention to that.
You know, so I don't know if this is like an official stone toss or not, or if it's just like a, bootleg stone toss. And I just realized that's from iHypocrite, but whatever, you can still see the comic.
Yes, it still loads just fine.
Hmm. Right. I wonder if that's an Ava reference because Masato is canonically 29. And throughout the show, she tries to have sex with people a lot.
I don't think it's a Evangelion reference.
Hmm.
It's more like that's just
Yeah,
the kind of shit that happens.
yeah, I could definitely see that. You know, it is worth noting that Christopher Nolan is the kind of director who can fix something if people don't like it. Like, I remember in, I want to say 2011, there was a movie that came out. I can't remember which one, but it was, well, actually, it might have been Inception. he, during IMAX screenings of Inception, would show the opening scene to The Dark Knight Rises as like a teaser preview. And after he did that, he showed the opening scene of The Dark Knight Rises to millions of people who saw Inception. It might have been Inception in IMAX. Everyone said, we can't understand what Bane's saying. So he redubbed it with Tom Hardy so you could understand what he's saying. So he is willing to go back and admit he did something, he made a mistake and fix it. So I'm interested to see what happens, because presumably he has not started filming this movie yet. So it's not out of the question that he could change his mind about something.
You'd hope. So yeah, a lot of people really not happy with the idea.
Maybe the cast got reported in a random order and she's going to play Odysseus' servant or something.
That would be the hope.
Draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
This voice?
soon naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Ugh.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a spectacle. But I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
American
Seeing that.
American Airlines has grounded all flights due to a technical issue. The FAA has issued a nationwide ground stop at the start of Christmas Eve.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls. Good thing we've got a Skyrunner, or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing
Oh
their
my
grip.
God in heaven, bro. This line of sight shit is so awful. Flying as a dwarves, like 99% of the damage that you do comes from units that shoot, like crossbows, guns, cannons, whatever. So I issue an order to target something, and instead of just shooting at it when it shows up, it's like, well, my line of sight says that I need to apparently run like 8 miles forward. So I'm just going to charge directly into the enemy's melee infantry instead of actually doing what the fuck I asked you to do. That's just awesome, bro. You'd love to see that shit. Fuck, I'm pissed right now.
You absolutely hate to see it.
But it's Luis who has
Yeah,
the
no
most
question.
support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
So, did you hear about the Teamsters thing?
No, I did not.
So, well, it is worth noting that this is coming from Sean O'Brien, and he said this on Tucker Carlson's podcast, so, you know, there's possible that he's playing to the crowd. But, apparently, like, the Teamsters met with Kamala Harris before the election, and they wanted to ask her, like, 12 questions about her plan. And they asked her 3 questions, and then they asked her a 4th, and then somebody on Kamala's team gave the Sean O'Brien a piece of paper that said, this is going to be your last question. So they only got to ask 4 of 12. And on Kamala Harris's way out of the room after the conversation, she said, I'm going to win with or without you.
That's hilarious.
And some people are saying it might not be true, and it might not be, but it would be, you know, in line with what we know about her, right? It's not...
Yeah. Yes, that she's an arrogant piece of shit and that she is so insanely high on her own supply that she seems to think that the political system that's been in existence for decades just plain old doesn't apply to her. Which is baffling because he hasn't done anything to even remotely deserve that. Like, even Hillary wasn't that level of arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where, like, I 100% believe that that's true, because sure, a bunch of people would say, oh, that sounds a little too nonsensical to me. I don't think that that's true at all. Well, I mean, think about it. This is the same lady who just did not talk to the Democrat polling boss in Philadelphia. Pretty much is Democrat politics in Philadelphia, in the absolute must-win state of Pennsylvania, the largest population city. And she just straight up didn't talk to the guy. First time that any Democrat nominee for president has ever not talked to him since he got that job.
What do you think? I don't really know what everyone's talking about, but everyone who's seen you and your
What could she
friends say
possibly have been
amazing.
thinking?
You make them really, really happy.
You know? It's like when Posto was reporting
You know,
the
you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different. But you
the Al Smith dinner,
keep working together and doing great.
where he was like, yeah, so a lot of people are like, hey, you know, long-time Democrat mega donors, like, hey, were you guys intending to lose on purpose? Like, did I just waste my money because you guys...
Well, I think we can now safely conclude that a lot of the Kamala Harris donations was money laundering. Like, just a way to pay off people without it looking like they were being paid off. Like, that's the only way this stuff makes any sense at all.
Yeah, but then, of course, there's definitely people who legit are just shocked that she sucked that much ass and wasn't even trying. I 100% believe that.
It will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now. Great, thank you. Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The King's deadline was the dawn of the Day of the Hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least one day to spare before the Day of the Hero.
We've got a few days left, so it's up to you how we spend them. When we set off, let's do it with no regrets. So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis. That's...
John Fetterman says that he will potentially vote to confirm Pete Hegseth and Kash Patel. He is terrified of losing re-election in 4 years, man.
Yes, he is.
He is
and it's completely
terrified.
justified.
I do think Pennsylvania is a state that's going to keep going to the right until it's like Ohio. The Detroit Pistons have swept the Los Angeles Lakers this season.
That is outstanding. You love to see it.
So I guess they gave LeBron like a week off and he came back and started playing better. So what if they just have to do that like once a month, just give LeBron a week off? And he just becomes like a guy who plays 3 weeks, takes a week off, plays 3 weeks, takes a week off. That might be the play here at this point, honestly.
He's old.
Oh, did you see that what's his face on the Sixers is done for the year? The center who's playing because Embiid's hurt. Jared McCain. Not the center, I'm sorry, guard who's playing.
I didn't know that because I was watching Sixers game.
Yeah, so, yeah, they should just trust the process once again. Trust the process again, tank.
Let's see.
Nice breath. Here, all right.
Let's put an end to this.
So,
Smash it all to bits.
excuse me? Let's see. Oh, right!
All right, then. Go. Uh-huh.
That's a rough one.
I cannot believe they're allowing Harry Shearer to just make his Ned Flanders sound like Reverend Lovejoy, and nobody stops to think that, like, hey, either we need to kill off Ned, or we need to get a Ned Flanders impersonator to voice him from now on. Like, they just think it's okay that Ned sounds like Reverend Lovejoy. Like, do you know how many Ned Flanders impersonators there are on YouTube that you could hire?
Test. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have no idea why I just randomly lost internet connection.
Huh. Did you hear what I was saying a second ago?
No, not at all,
Oh,
because
shit.
my for like the last 3 minutes.
What did I say? Shit.
The last thing I was talking about was the Sixers Spurs game. I was going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess the Sixers have lost Jared McCain for probably the whole season. So, yeah, that team should probably just trust the process again and tank.
Yeah, that was the last thing you were at last time we were talking. What I was going to say is I am quite shocked at how disgraceful Wembanyama played last night against the Sixers. There was a moment where Andre Drummond got thrown out of the game on a flagrant 2.
Right.
And it actually got called back, waved off, and he was let back into the game.
I saw this.
Because they did a replay and they saw that it was one of the most blatant flops in an NBA history, probably. And he was flopping the entire night. And it actually got Embiid thrown out of the game because they called a foul on Embiid off of another flop. And instead of just either eating it or waiting for them to do a replay and then watch as the fucking flop happened, Embiid decided to chimp out and he got in the ref's face and yeah.
We'll face danger here.
Yeah. This is why you can't
But yeah,
have female,
Maxey.
you can't have female officials, man.
Exactly. And Maxey just dragged his dong all over the Spurs. But like, with Wembanyama's absolutely shameful flopping, it doesn't matter how hard they're pushing him and how hard people are just like, oh my god, he's so amazing, which is like disgraceful big time. But it literally doesn't matter because like if he's gonna play like he was and he's gonna do this disgraceful shit like he's been, the NBA is losing viewership and stuff like this is exactly why. It's disgraceful.
The NBA better really hope that LeBron decides to do his retirement tour in Cleveland next year. Just to get viewers back. Gary's Mod was released on this day 20 years ago.
Counting on you.
Well, that makes me feel awful.
Let's do it.
I remember when I was in college and somebody pulled up Gary's Mod on their laptop and made an infinite watermelon generator that spat watermelons out in all directions on Gary's Mod in like 3 minutes. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
It was the coolest thing ever. Based.
We'll face danger here.
That's a rough one.
I see.
Counting on you.
Okay then.
Let's do it.
This place. Well, I wonder.
All right then. Go.
Well, I'm not going to. What in Solomon? belongs to Lord Luis.
I can't believe I actually found somebody on Reddit using my copy pasta in a completely unrelated conversation. I feel like I've made it in life.
Hey? Isn't that... Whatever will I do?
Are you a homosexual? Lee Carvello's putting challenge. Are you going to get that for Christmas tomorrow?
Lovely, that.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm going to assume that that's going to happen just nonstop because that seems to be my luck. But yeah, sorry.
Do you blame Gavin Newsom?
No, because this is the first day that I've had internet issues in like a month. I'm not sure what the issue is.
Well, just keep saying the Rick and Morty copy pasta over and over and over again so I can tell if you're actually on the call or not.
That would be quite based. I'm Pickle Ree.
To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. The humor is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp of theoretical physics, the jokes will go over a typical viewer's head.
If you have a spare moment.
Very true.
Let's give it a shot.
The world belongs to Lord Luis.
Let's see. Hey, remember?
All right, then. Let's go. Preparations are complete.
Now then.
What a view. That would... Let's see. That's
Hey,
your
everybody. I'm looking for a Sadie.
call.
Oh, I remember what I was saying when you weren't on the call. Are you there, by the way?
Yes, I am. What's up?
I was saying about that Simpsons thing I sent you. I can't believe they're just letting Ned sound exactly like Reverend Lovejoy, and nobody thinks, oh, we have to either kill Ned off or get a Ned Flanders impersonator off YouTube to voice him from now on. Like, how lazy do you have to be to just think that this is okay?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like, imagine if they made a Star Wars movie when James Earl Jones was like 90, and they were just letting him wheeze his way through the lines instead of getting, you know, a very easy-to-find Darth Vader impersonator.
All right, then.
Yeah, it's genuinely tragic. But the thing is, like, as awful as that Ned Flanders voice was, and I completely agree with you, that is an awful, awful voice. Everyone sounds awful because they've been doing this for almost 40 years. They just have to stop.
Yeah.
Like, stop making new episodes. It's very obvious that these people will continue to get the royalties from, like, they're going to continue airing this program for generations still, at least.
Right.
So, like, the family's still going to be compensated. You know, there's no real issue here.
Right.
Just fucking let them retire in peace. I mean, to be fair, you know, I'm sure that they enjoy doing this, because if they didn't, I'm sure they would have just, like, fucked off ages ago. But for real, man, why on earth? Why go through it?
And Marge sounds fucking awful now too. Like it legitimately sounds like she's in agony.
Yes. Utterly atrocious. I completely agree with you.
I call the big one Bitey.
That was one of the best moments in the history of The Simpsons.
The ring came off my pudding can.
Use his penknife, my good man.
Were you sent here by the devil?
Oh, good sir, I'm on the level. Hey, do you remember the hilarious Simpsons lemon posting thing where they were doing the monorail except lemons?
I don't think I remember that.
Okay, then I'll have to share the link with you again, but my favorite part is when they get to the line where Bart goes, "Sorry, Mom, the mob has spoken," except because it's the lemon posting thing, instead he just goes, "Sorry, Mom," and then Bart has the lemon face. Because it's the same guy who did the sugar and Mendoza.
The absolute mad lad.
Yes. He did exactly one lemon posting video.
Splendid.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
I'm off.
That sounds right.
Just can't believe it's true. That sky looks
All right.
proper angry. But that's... Oh, damn.
Hey, Rat Guy, what's up?
But why? Just sublime.
What the fuck? This woman wants my bath water.
Wow.
Based.
It's too much to take. Just sublime.
I'm not even kidding.
Help me out, would you?
Let's give it a shot.
What about us brain-dead slobs? They'll be given lemons.
Oh, it's going again. Man, I was watching the brisket trimming sausage earlier, and those are some really good looking sausages.
Yes, they are. Brisket is perhaps the greatest of all the meats.
Okay then.
But that's the thing, is it ended up being an outstanding sausage video because for the love of Christ, he actually made an actual real sausage.
Right.
All right then.
Let's go.
I mean, I don't think it took a genius to know that brisket trimmings was going to make a good sausage, right? Like, I could have guessed that.
Right. Yeah, it's what sausages are for, is to use the leftover trimmings that you didn't use in other things. That's why sausage casing is made out of intestines.
Let's see. It's your call.
Because that was a leftover piece of the animal. Because, like, think about it. Other than stuff like that, can you think of a dish that has intestines in it? Because even something like haggis, which is like intestines and sheep's stomach and stuff like that, it's not the actual organ itself you're eating so much as it's a lot of grind up leftover bits of the meat, and then like the sheep's stomach is what the haggis comes inside of. It's like an edible container, and it was to use the leftover parts of the animal.
Ooh. Hello. Help me, will ya?
I guess so.
Much gratitude to ya.
Lemon posting. Has that person not posted a video in years now?
That's correct.
That's
Very
too
unfortunate, but
I
these
probably
things
ran out
happen.
of stuff that he could do, realistically.
Yeah, I mean, he probably has like a life. He just didn't want that to be the only thing he was known for.
We did it! Let's give it a shot.
No! God damn it! Mother fudger.
I assume the game crashed because I
Yes.
just saw you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, the only thing I did was go around and collect quests, but that is time consuming. And I'm guessing I didn't get autosave.
Yeah.
Maybe I did. We'll find out in a second here. Yes, I got autosaves. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes, okay,
Good stuff.
I didn't lose anything. Good.
Ooh. Hello. Help me, will. Much gratitude.
Let's give it a shot.
Whoa! It's crashing at the exact same spot again. Is that quest bugged?
It's not a good sign.
Well, I don't have to do that.
I'd just do a quick Google search
Okay.
because
Crashing.
you know if it's a known thing, it'd be good to have the answer immediately.
West.
Oh, it wasn't funny because it's
Okay,
you hate
apparently
to see it.
you can try to verify the game files.
Might be worth doing.
Okay, this is going to take a couple of seconds, guys. Sorry. I'm going to try to see if I can fix that real quick. If it's only that side quest, then I just don't do the side quest and it's fine. Apparently Santa is currently flying over Kiev.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
He shocked Santa's balls.
So what are the Christmas movies that you think are actually good? Because most of them, especially recent ones, have been god awful. How many are actually good? I feel like the list is short.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Isn't that a song?
No, it was a children's stop motion Rankin Bass production.
Oh, really? Okay.
It had Fred Astaire and Mickey Rooney and Casey Kasem.
Oh, really? I didn't know this.
And Rankin Bass made a lot of holiday specials that I'm sure you'd recognize. But the reason Santa Claus is Coming to Town is the best one is because it was a very, very enjoyable children's movie about the origin story of Santa Claus. And it's just a fanciful children's story. It's not like the actual um, story of St. Nicholas. But they don't air this one on networks anymore because the Jewish network executives thought that this was too religious.
Ah.
Should tell you how based it is.
Do they not show the Charlie Brown Christmas special anymore for the same reason? I feel like if they're gonna pull
Probably.
something because of that, then it would also make sense to do it for that.
Okay, I'll just post the gigantic Google Images link so that when you click on it, you'll be able to see all the pictures of Rankin Bass specials. You should be able to recognize the company and the movies almost immediately. I'm sure you've seen at least one.
Ah. Well, yeah, I've seen the Rudolph one, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen that. I've seen the Frost.
They also did the
and
what about the Snow Miser and Heat Miser?
I don't think I've seen that one.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Ten Below. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. Ha 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 ha. I'm too much.
Man, I remember the Mr. Frog Christmas special though. That was good.
Hello. At least I get paid tomorrow
Well,
for doing nothing. Just happy little holiday pay. You love to see.
You get paid for doing nothing?
Yes, because Christmas is a holiday, we just get free money. Holiday pay.
It's like the Mario Party video. Luigi wins by doing nothing.
Exactly. You love to see.
Yeah? However. Aye, yes. The truth is... Gastro's been acting as a proxy since the giant sandworms made the governorship one big open question. Everyone's gathered here today to learn what's what, and probably to sentence me to exile.
Are you just going to accept that man being governor?
The mood in the town's been better recently. Much better than during my time.
I asked you all to gather here so I could speak about Martira's governance. While Barden was recuperating, I was glad to act as his proxy.
So
However,
fucking
henceforth,
Nate Silver, who I generally do not really mind anymore. I'm sure you're familiar with the story about the person being set on fire in the subway.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day.
So he tweeted right after that, New York City has a considerably lower crime rate than most large American cities. It's also a city of 8 million people where lots of crazy shit happens on a daily basis. I don't blame anyone for being concerned, but it's sort of a test for whether you think in terms of narratives or base rates.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd seen that one too. It's pretty pathetic.
I mean, I'd rather have jaywalkers than people who set people on fire.
Yeah, you don't gotta say it.
Mm-hmm.
We know. Based.
I would like
Red pilled.
Barden to resume his duties as governor.
What's this?
Very
This
predictable.
town's autonomy was initiated by your sheer
Indubitably.
At the time, I cooperated only so I could use you for my own ends. But I had a revelation in those moments as the giant sandworm approached. I saw that I cannot even protect myself, much less the people. When you returned here, exhausted and in tatters, I regretted everything from the bottom of my heart. My actions are unpardonable.
Sir Gastro. But if I go back to governing, it's...
Have some faith in yourself, Barden.
All right, if you say so. I'm just not sure where to start. Except to begin with an apology. My excessive measures frightened you all. And I implemented them because of my own insecurity. I was anxious about whether or not I could keep you safe. So I turned to surveillance and barriers. No more. We'll keep some of our armed forces, but what I really need for security is to have faith in you all. That's why I am not fit to govern.
Things will be different now.
He's right. We've changed. From now on, we won't push all the power and responsibility onto just one person. Barden, listen! I followed your example and built a defensive barrier myself.
I did too. And I had an idea. We could turn uninhabited houses into shelters.
Things didn't go well before, that's true. But you're not the only one at fault, Barden. This is just as much our town as yours.
Oh, laddies and lassies.
You see? After two disasters, everyone has a more mature view of things. You're free to decline. But is that really what...
Oh, the like button on X right now is a little Rudolph icon. Cool. If the tweet hashtags Christmas in it, I guess.
Apologize. If it truly is what everyone wants, I'll be the governor of Martira again. This time, I won't do anything to scare the populace. We'll have faith in each other and the town's unity will be known far and wide. And for our first step, I have the perfect suggestion. Step forward, young man. The reason I stand here now is thanks to this fella. He is the hero who saved this town. The one most worthy of the crown. I want us to support him as the future king.
Yes! Barden and a hero together!
Come to think of it, I never told you the truth behind that bit of arson. It was this little poor weon who started it. He didn't mean to, but he touched an igniter some fool had left behind. I only know this because just the other day he came to me begging for forgiveness, all in tears. If I'd known from the start, I would have just thought it a lone accident. Instead, I acted like invaders had infiltrated us. Got my people all terrified.
It's already in the past.
You say that, but I can't forget it. Ever. Henceforth, I'll be changing my ways. Let's focus on the future now. This region, in fact the whole country, depends on it. Mind if I ask you just one more time? If you think I'm fit to govern?
There's no one more qualified for the job than you, Barden.
And you truly believe that? Then I must devote myself to the work even more, so as not to disappoint the future king. Thank you greatly for everything you've done. This only happened because I had your support. Even when I made mistakes, you stuck by my side. I'll return the favor one day. I swear it.
The Honorable Guardsman, Barden, keeper and heritor of the Commander's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of his newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
You're the one who brought light to this town, to this country.
So you have tomorrow off? Is that
Yes.
Okay.
Really is such a bonny
Why,
day.
what's up?
Oh, no reason. I was just wondering if you had Christmas off.
The townspeople love
It'd be
me.
kind of mean if you didn't. But
Yes,
I guess some people won't have it off, right?
And everyone is so...
Well, that's what I was saying earlier about I get paid for doing nothing. Is I mean, on the day of Christmas, I get holiday pay for Christmas, and I don't have to show up to work. I also get that same holiday pay without having to show up for work. I get the day off next week, too, for New Year's.
Fire. Oh, really?
Hey!
Yep.
please.
It's okay.
Want in on this?
Click on this tweet to see what the video is in response to. Man, there is seriously a Norm Macdonald moment for everything. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm. Why does that video clip look so shitty? That looks like the world's worst fucking green screen.
Just an old movie.
Really?
Sadly.
Just between...
Let's see. Hmm?
Intriguing. Thank you. Honestly, I was thinking about closing up shop for good, but... I see we have one last item of business for today. You didn't notice? 2 children have been following you. They have igniters. I imagine they're here for me.
Brigitte!
You two. I saw you at the village.
So you remember us? What a shame, right? I bet you didn't think you left any survivors, right?
Everyone we know is dead! You killed them! I see. So, you're here for revenge. Is that it?
You've got it wrong. The church was the one that did this to you.
What are you talking about? The Sanctors told me all about it! They said you set the whole village on fire! That's why they gave me this igniter! They said, killing isn't wrong when you're punishing the wicked! I see. You. My apologies. But I'd appreciate if you didn't interfere. No matter what happens.
Understood.
This is your first time killing someone, I take it. I hate to break it to you, but you should have finished the job without saying anything. You realize you just gave yourself away. Now I might dodge. That's a chance at survival I didn't have before. Might easily be enough to turn the tables and kill you. And what's the exit plan after you've done the deed? How do you get out of the city before they find my corpse? Or did the Sanctors forget to mention these details? The church thought they'd use you to kill me. That? Or they were hoping I'd kill you? No! You're lying! If you don't have it in you, then I suggest you save your revenge. You're not fooling us! It's a painful thing to live your whole life running away, carrying your sins on your back. If you ask me, it might even be harder than killing someone. You'll watch me die again whenever you close your eyes. You'll smell my blood, hear the rasp of my final breaths, see my eyes cloud. Again and again and again, that's what lies down this road. It's a dark path to walk, alone, with the weight of your despair. Your heart won't let you trust again, nor will it let anyone save you. But you still have time to turn back.
There's nowhere left for us to go.
I've prepared living spaces at my research facility. They're meant to give people like you a safe home.
What? What are you talking about? You think we trust you?
I know how easy it is to lose all your peace and hope in an instant. And now that you've seen that firsthand, I can't fault you for doubting me. But just once, just one more time, I want you to think of your future and get the help you need. It's a hard thing to crawl up out of hell. But the first step is having the courage to believe.
But if I lived in your place, you'd just kill me!
If I wanted to kill you, I'd have done it already. I'm not saying you have to trust me right away. Believe me, I have a hard enough time trusting people myself. But isn't this what you two really want? To believe in people, and believe in your own happiness.
This is pretty good.
Thank you. I'll show you the way to the research facility now. That took incredible bravery, you two. I can already
Yeah, I
tell
saw
you have
that.
a better life than mine ahead of you.
How
A more
shitty do you
peaceful
have to
and
be to
gentle
make
future,
Canadians pissed with you?
greater than anything we could imagine, is about to dawn.
I always thought that Canadians were universally soft people that just didn't get angry about stuff like this. I thought they were all just like
The two of them fell asleep
chill
as soon as
about
they found their
everything.
room.
I mean, they were.
Must have been the first sleep they'd had in days. Can't imagine how nervous they must have been. We have to protect
Oh
them.
god, Sneeko just
We can't let this
reacted
place be destroyed.
to the fucking Riley Reid rap song video.
Suppose that means I can't
I
afford to
have
close
to
down
watch
the shop
this
just
later.
yet. I'll keep selling igniters for now. But I'll only stock models with limiters, meant to dampen their destructive force. And I'll offer a bargain for the people to trade in non-limited igniters towards buying my wares. Against the church's campaign, it'll barely make a difference. But it'll buy some time until you take the throne, right?
And what do you plan to do afterwards?
Well, that depends on the new king. It's a small gesture, at best. A pretense at change. But it's enough. As long as it can give those children a little hope. I trust you to brighten our world. Give it the surge of hope it needs. Take the throne, and lead us forward.
I want that hope to come from the both of us.
Ah, right. Now I'm in the thick of this research. I can't exactly dismiss this as someone else's problem anymore. So we'll take on the job together. May the flame of hope burn ever brighter, and may the light of that torch pierce the world's dark. May it reach the crying and the suffering, and save them. I vow to stand by your side. I'll find ways to be useful to you. I was always afraid of telling the truth. I built igniters into a shell around my life. On the inside, I figured I had nothing. I was nothing. Just a hollow parody of a person. But even knowing how weak I really am, you refused to abandon me. Thanks to you, I've come to know hope again. So I'll believe in that hope and try to live my life to the fullest. That's my decision, and I'll stick by it. Thank you, young man, for giving me the courage to live again.
The trader and iconoclast Brigitte, keeper and heritor of the merchant's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Thank you for helping me embrace my weakness.
All right. That might be something that we pound on a lot at the end here to make money.
No doubt there are countless people out there suffering, enduring unimaginable pains at this very moment. But you can show them that their world is not a living hell. Not when you have your own vision for it. I'll be waiting for the day it comes true.
I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows.
Which shall see the crowning of a new king. 30 days remain.
Got it?
I see. Speaking of which...
Shall we?
Smash it all to bits!
It's time. Really? It's time. Hmm? It's time.
All right then.
Let's go.
Right. Time for the old
Burger King gave it to me when I saved his life. How'd you save his life? I stopped him from eating so many burgers.
Burgers?
I would like a Diet Coke with no ice, and I would like to make an announcement.
Which one?
Sure, you can't do that.
It's your call. Let's move.
This day still the most based. By far. So unfathomably basted.
All right then.
You.
Welcome.
It's time.
This guy's an idiot.
This for Planet of the Apes, I'd be one of the monkey scientists.
Based.
Yes.
All right then.
Hello there.
Whoa.
I see. That's...
What will you do?
Let's take a moment to prepare.
Thank you.
Let's check.
I see. Be careful. I'll see you again.
Let's see. Really?
Me and Artemis, Cloudfrog, go and save Selma Hayek from a big metal spy duck.
All right then. All right then. Let's head there right away.
Now then, what should we do?
Now then.
Hold on.
That's where you want to go. Which one? Let's see. It's your call. Let's move.
All right then.
Let's go.
Well, I guess that's the end of it. Why, you? Well, I guess that's the end of it.
Bye now.
Well, I guess that's the end of it. I guess it's over then.
All right then.
Nothing left to do.
How did this happen?
What are you playing at? It's quite fresh.
Damn gay.
Now then.
Welcome.
All right then. Let's head there right away.
And what is it you...
All right then. Let's go.
Hi Shinji, I'm Sydney Sweeney and I'm here to fuck.
It's just Masato in a wig.
Yeah.
Based.
Uh-huh.
I love that worked, man. That was the best.
Elon Musk has the time to be the top Diablo 4 player in the world, run 7 companies, fix the government, and post memes on X.
Based.
Really?
Seven and a half. Sevens. 7. Okay. South of Altenbury. Okay. This doesn't.
Right. Time for the old girl to shine.
Not all.
Now then.
Must be a village.
A village, isn't it?
Should be enchanting. That's a choice. It's your call. That's what. It's your call. Let's move.
All right, then. All right, then.
I cannot believe tomorrow is Christmas. How did it get here so fast? How did I go a whole year being unemployed and it just like happened, man? It's so not right.
Welcome to life with Democrats in charge, man.
I guess.
It's your call.
Great. Let's...
What to pick?
Also, is it just me, or was this rookie quarterback draft class extremely overhyped and they stink?
I don't think so. Caleb's been good. Drake May's been good. Jaden Daniels has been really good. Bo Nix is good, although I really do feel like he's a Sean Payton merchant more than anything. JJ McCarthy got hurt, but he sucks anyway. And Penix has played one game and played pretty well. I'm actually pretty pro this QB class overall. I'm pretty optimistic about it. Like, go look at Caleb Williams' stats. They're actually pretty good, and everyone's acting like he's having some garbage season. He's not.
Let's see.
Got a sec.
And I think if you actually watch him play, you'll see somebody who's doing some really impressive stuff. There's just some stuff that needs to be worked on.
That's... Right then. Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, you ain't gonna believe this. Today somebody came in and asked, do you got any pork butt? I showed him the door.
What a shame. What a shame.
Well, I told you that you should call ahead. No, I told you that you should buy in bulk and get like a month's worth so you don't have to go back to the store 5 times every single day. Like,
Let's see. Let's see. Really?
That's something that, as somebody who doesn't cook, I don't ever really think about. Like, certain parts of the pork are going to be better for certain things than other things. Like, you need the fat in a pork butt to make a sausage taste normal.
Yeah, cuts, depending on how you're cooking whatever, the cut of meat that you're using is extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
Brisket's a good example because it's got a large fat cap, but within the brisket cut itself, outside of that fat cap, there's very little good marbling, which means that it is really easy to fuck up a brisket because there's only fat in one particular area and it's on the edge. So the way that you get that to emulsify and like actually spread its flavor throughout the whole thing and become nice and tender and delicious and juicy is you've got to cook it for a really long time at a low temperature. If you don't, it's going to end up being extremely dry and flavorless because there's hardly any fat inside it and you didn't cook it slow enough for that fat to render down and be absorbed throughout the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Then, junk parts of whatever animal, the trimmings, they go in a sausage because it's so easy to make sausage work and it tastes good. And, other low quality cuts that aren't particularly tender or don't really have a good fat content, that becomes like a pot roast or some kind of a stew because, that's also long time cook, low temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
All right. Hey.
The Gauntlet Runner's slowing pace signals their arrival at an encampment to those below deck. They are grateful for these moments of repose, quietly acknowledging their good fortune, a rare glimpse into a party at peace.
Get that fucking dog.
All right then.
One thing that's surprising over the last day is how many people didn't know what Homer's Odyssey was.
Wow, really?
A lot of people on Twitter are like
That's
looking up
kinda
and they're like
sad.
going, "Oh shit, it's about a poem," and they're like, "Yeah."
Let's see. Really? Hey.
I think the oldest recorded, like, heroic tale would be Gilgamesh.
Right.
But then from, like, a not savage barbarian society, the oldest one would be the Odyssey.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, the whole it's about a poem that they're unsuspecting of what is actually going to happen.
Hey. Hey, hey.
Yep.
Bye.
All right.
Did you ever see Tenet, by the way?
No.
Okay.
No, I did not.
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting.
Now's the time. As moth to a flame. Some darker arts.
I shall vanquish evil.
Who do you think is winning tomorrow, the Steelers or the Steelers?
My butthole.
Not now. Oh, power of
Based. Oh man, that's an exciting Kwanzaa game. You guys get to farm the bears.
Yeah.
Do you feel confident about that game?
I do.
Yeah.
What? I don't even know what Kwanzaa is. People don't talk about it anymore, man.
Nice one, Captain.
Good.
Only a flesh wound.
Poop my pants in half sad.
Kwanzaa is a very strange faux holiday that was based around the idea of keeping African traditions alive because the white masters were indoors celebrating Christmas. So they're like, well, they're not paying any attention to us. Let's remember our African traditions and roots. But the thing is I personally think that that's all bullshit because there's really no historical record of Kwanzaa being a thing until like 70s, 80s. And even then, people didn't really celebrate it a whole lot, so I wouldn't put it past, given what the world was like at the time, it being just a Jewish communist psyop to foment racial tension in the country even more. And even if it is 100% legitimate, it obviously failed because, you know, the average black American has absolutely no concept of their African heritage. There is no African heritage to speak of.
What to pick?
I saw that tweet, Snacks. I saw that one. Someone's gonna have to explain that one to me. Although I feel like it's probably not explainable.
What?
The thing you sent me.
The whole this is just thinly veiled
Yes.
anti-Semitism?
Yes.
Just them being retarded. I mean, there's really nothing more to say besides that. That's just your average stock standard run-of-the-mill retardation.
On guard!
Ah, goodness. Unnecessary. Your thoughts?
Well, who's gonna turn down a junior mint?
Well met. Indeed.
Man. This is going to be such a disappointing Saturday.
For who?
Dolphins fans.
Oh, I see.
In order for us to make the wild card, we need one of either the Chargers or the Broncos to lose out, and we also need the Colts to lose out. But the thing is that the Bengals, under the circumstances, are also still in the wild card race along with us, and the Bengals play the Broncos on Saturday. So there's a chance that they could usurp the wild card position that we're trying to take. We've got a really good chance of winning our remaining games because it's just against the Browns and the Jets.
Right.
But the Broncos are playing the Bengals, which is a little concerning because the Bengals could usurp our position, but we also need them to win, so that's very scary. But at the same time, the Chargers are playing the Patriots. So, like, the Broncos have to be the team that ends up losing out for us to stand a chance. Which is, you know, there's a really good shot of that because if they lose to the Bengals, their next game is against the Chiefs. To be fair, though, the Chiefs will probably be resting their starters because they will have secured the #1 seed at that point, so they have no reason to play their starters.
It's a lot to ask.
Yeah, it's definitely scary. Because the Chargers, on the other hand, again, they're playing the Patriots, and their next game is the Raiders. So that's really not likely that the Chargers are actually going to lose out, but that's who Denver is competing with for that wild card spot. So they desperately need to win that game against the Chiefs. And we need the Colts to lose out too, but their last two games are against the Giants and the Jaguars. So I think that Saturday is just the day where Miami's playoff hopes die. Because to be fair, even if we secure that wild card spot, we're going to be the lowest seeded wild card team, and unironically, hilariously, the worst possible thing that could even be considered, I don't even want us to make the playoffs now that I've seen this seeding. Even if we make it, we're just going to play the Bills in Buffalo.
Right.
Do we really need to lose to the Bills yet again? After that heroic comeback to actually make the playoffs after losing to it in week 2 to the Bills, the only way it would work is if we actually somehow miraculously won, but that's not going to fucking happen.
Well, you may appreciate this. I don't know if you've already seen this or not.
We should go.
Oh man,
What now?
that's really funny. He can't help himself.
I see. I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I have retained my edge.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
All right. All right.
I cannot believe this fucking guy. The top comment in that thread is just a retard who says, "Fire McDermott if we can get Vrabel to 100% sign. Tired of us investing year after year into our defense that can only stop bottom feeders. Defensive-minded head coach that produces a liability every year. He will waste Josh Allen. Bills are the second seed. They're 12-3 right now, and the only team to beat the Chiefs. And they've literally been phenomenal every single season, season after season, and they only get eliminated by Kansas City. And Kansas City is currently a dynasty, so that's like sitting there saying, you know what? I really think that the Lakers should fire Phil Jackson because they keep losing to San Antonio. Like, really, bro? Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, the good news is that proves that the Seahawks are not the only fan base that has dumb people in it.
Yeah, that's fucking ape-ass retarded fucking, like, oh my god. Because, like, I'm not even high on McDermott. I just think it's really funny, the 9/11 shit, but, like, why would you sit there and say that you're not happy with your coach?
I know.
What more can he do? 3 with Josh as the QB. What? then why haven't the Bills been 12-3 before then? What? And then this guy says, talk about going backwards. And then, ugh. So this Eagles fan comes in, he says, I remember when my Eagles went to 4 straight NFC Conference Championships in a row, but they didn't win any Super Bowls. We ended up firing a coach because he just wasn't good enough to win the big game. But then that guy, Andy Reid, goes to Kansas City and just goes crazy. And the guy's all like, hey, that's just because of Patrick Mahomes, blah, 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 blah. But he's all like, Andy Reid wasn't doing all that great with Alex Smith. He was 1-4 in the playoffs. It's all like, that one wins a hell of a lot fucking more than anybody else got with Alex Smith in the playoffs. The fuck? Good grief, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, it looks like dinner's just about ready.
Hooray!
So I'm actually going to go ahead and get out of here. I will probably stream later. Snacks will probably not be here.
Yeah, more than likely.
What now?
I don't know, it's nothing personal, of course.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out. Sorry I can't go a little bit longer, but I guess we're eating a little bit early today. All right. Everyone have a good evening.